Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
I'm well.
Doing well.
Ready to get into it.
Ready to get into it as well. We had a big weekend in music. We had the Billboard Awards.
Did we? I didn't even know.
Man, I'm gonna need you to watch some YouTube or something.
I
Man.
really didn't even know.
This man has such a big organization in the music industry, and it's a trip. I'll be asking him stuff. He's like, "Oh, for real, that happened?"
I really don't even. But that should show you guys that I pay attention to more marketing stuff than I do music stuff. It's not that. I mean, award shows are cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think probably. I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago or something. I just stopped watching them.
Really?
Just for other reasons.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're wired way more to be more inclined towards information than entertainment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am.
So
That's true.
I mean, but that's helpful because we need those types of people. But at this award show, my man Drizzy Drake, winded up getting goated. And when I say that, I mean the greatest of all the decade. That's the award that he got. Greatest artist of the decade.
Okay.
And it came out that he got more awards than Michael Jackson, Elton John, and the Beatles in the entirety of his career up to this point.
Okay.
Now, hearing that, it made me think, oh, snap. Like, this dude is a legend's legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know from you, like, is that the case? Or is there something that we might not be considering in the midst of those metrics? So that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Awards are subjective, unless you're talking about like, did somebody win a numerical competition, such as did you win this game, did you win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Right. So that's not subjective because like you had to win that game.
Yeah.
So that is an award that is more like an objective award.
Okay.
Music is just subjective. This is now some of it would be maybe sales or streams would not be subjective. So if you had like the most streams ever, it's not really an apples to apples with Michael Jackson or the Beatles because they didn't have streaming back then.
Yeah.
So like if they did have it, even if they did have it, there's more people alive today than there would have been in the 80s and 70s. So I don't know if you're going to get like an apples to apples on any of them. But again, if you guys seen or heard previous episodes, like awards are a lot of the times they're just groups of people who say we want to give this person this award. So
yeah,
if it's that type of an award, don't get me wrong, it can be nice. Like it can be nice that, my friends wanted to give me this award, or, it's nice to get stuff from people. Like if somebody wants to throw you a wedding shower, baby shower, like all that stuff, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like that does not mean that whoever didn't get the award is less worthy or less talented or whatever. Like it could just be that whoever got these awards gets had the best marketing behind them, or they have a good social media presence, they have a good team, they have good producers, good engineers. That doesn't take away from anybody's talent, any individual talent, but that's just how it happens. Sometimes. So the difference sometimes between somebody getting their PhD or not is just those 5 people sitting in the room telling them you're a doctor or not, pretty much.
That's true. So, that's so wild, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You familiar with Grant Cardone?
Yeah.
Okay. He said that it's not the best product that wins. It's the best marketed product that wins.
Yeah. So you have to at least have a good product. Like if Drake came out and he didn't have his engineering and he didn't have, like, he just had bad delivery and all that stuff. Like, no, he shouldn't win. But like, as long as that's there, as long as those bare minimums are there, like you're mastering, like you're at least talented somewhat. Like even if, so like people think that, this artist can't rap or they can't sing or all that stuff. They at least have to have somewhat of a delivery presence.
Yes.
Right? Even if I don't like the stuff they're talking about, or I don't think they're that lyrically talented, at least they can somehow entertain or do something.
100%.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, it's marketing.
Yeah.
It really is. It's all boiling down to marketing. So if you have a great product, great software, or whatever, you don't know how to market it.
Yeah.
I mean, forget it, man.
Real talk.
Yeah.
So we always say that there's many ways to make it to where you're going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though success is subjective.
Success. That word success.
Yeah, the word is subjective. Like I was trying to make sure I use the term right. I get between objective and subjective. Even though success is subjective, there's many different ways to get to where you're trying to get to in many cases. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to get from point A to point, Z, it's not always just one route. There's many different routes. And as we're talking about marketing, what I'm thinking about is, hey, like, the best marketed product will win, but who's to say that even marketing to a specific group of people is the right way? Maybe it's marketing not just to a certain group of people, but maybe you marketed yourself to the right person, to the right key relationship, and that person put you on the map. You know what I'm saying? Such as a record exec, such as somebody who just might have the in some type of, investor, venture capitalist type of situation that just blows you up type of thing. So it's not always even, just marketing to a group of people. Maybe you want to go the route of, it's not always about what you know, it's who you know, literally who you know. You know what I'm saying? So because whether we know it or not, we're always selling ourselves. We're selling ourselves to a group of people. We're selling ourselves to someone. It's just who's the better salesperson. That's the person that's going to win. And, I think once I kind of got a better understanding of that, I was less afraid to have conversations with people and, begin to like approach and pursue different relationships just to see, if there was some type of harmony in my vision and their vision to get me from point A to point B. So if that's making sense, I'm just trying to drive home the point that, man, like, relationships are key. I think relationships will definitely take you to a whole nother level if you know how to steward them well. It's not just about building the hub on social media or a big audience on social media. Although I think that's probably the most important way, because at the end of the day, like, it'll be your fan base, it'll be your following that you always be able to tap into. But I also think relationships help with people who might be key.
Yeah, they can make things go fast.
Yeah.
That's usually what it is. So if you look at why somebody wants to get an investor for their business, it's usually just to go faster. So whether that be that investor has knowledge to help them go faster or has capital to help them go faster, that's pretty much what you're trying to do.
100%.
Because you can go the slow route and just reinvest your profits back into a business. But, a lot of times people don't want to wait for that.
Yeah.
So, or it honestly, in some cases, it just might be better to not wait for that. So if you have, like, let's say you have a complex software idea, and like it would take you 3 years to go learn that, as well as somebody who knows that today.
Thanks.
Like, that idea might be gone within 3 years.
Wow.
So that is why it might be wise to, like, say, okay, I don't have, this salary that I need to pay somebody, but this idea is really great. I know enough of code to get this going, but I need to bring on somebody to finish this up to where I need it to be. That happens often. That's pretty much Silicon Valley right there. So that's that idea can be taken. We talk about whether people should stay independent and should be record label signed, but that's one perspective on it that we hadn't touched on before. So, I mean, you guys can look at labels and management situations, all that stuff. You can stay independent, or you can do some sort of hybrid of that, where it's maybe you start to look at more of these songwriting funds that we talk about on the show and just see how much your catalog you can sell off, or NFTs, or like what else you can sell off. You don't have to sell your whole catalog. Maybe you just sell part of your catalog. You got these singles that you can sell part of your catalog. So a lot of ways you can structure it. There's no limitation. Don't box yourself in to think that I have to sign this type of contract. I have to do this.
That's right.
these days you pretty much make up your contract.
Yeah.
And like, as long as the terms are going to be fair for both parties.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to sign it can sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever's interested in your NFTs can be interested.
Facts.
Like that's whoever wants to buy that cryptocurrency, they can just buy it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can do what you want.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Makes sense, man.